Why would you be writing down all the negative stuff so you could turn it into a positive? It's very simple. The amount of times that I've written stuff out because I was going to get into not an argument, but a conversation with perhaps my partner or a friend, and it was about a subject that I needed to succinctly know what I was saying because it may have been something that was bothering me and it was highly negative. I write all this stuff out. All these points are written out. So I've got all these pieces of paper with all these points written out. And at the end of it, I kind of felt like I was powerless. And then I thought about it and I said, why are you feeling like this? And I said, I know why. Because I've written everything out, and now that I'm looking at it, the other person doesn't need to hear all of this. You need to take another approach. So journaling it and writing it out, I basically got it out of my system. I approached my conversation in a completely different manner. It worked out perfectly. We avoided the argument and actually came up with a solution that could help both of us. This was by simply writing down all the negative stuff that I had in my head that I knew was going to be all points of contention. Once it was written out, I could clearly see, well, you know what, this isn't going to work. Not only did I get it out of my system, it gave me more clarity as to what I should actually be bringing up to turn it all into a positive and to make it a win-win situation. So journaling is extremely important, and I'm talking about journaling where you're actually writing with a pen on a piece of paper, not on an electronic device, simply because there is a thing called the neuromotor, which is you writing has a direct connection to the brain. So getting a pen or a pencil and actually writing and then being able to open up this book and seeing it after you've written it is significantly more powerful than typing something out on a computer or a phone, putting it away. Your brain doesn't get that same connection. Writing out the negative to turn everything into a positive is extremely important. And to do this, I found the best method is not to discuss it, not to even hint, but to actually write out all the points succinctly. Everything that you needs to be written out. So you remember everything. Writing out how to do it, when to do it, how to do it, and why you should do it becomes extremely important for every subject that you're tackling. For instance, keeping fit and journaling and making a goal, turning it into a goal is extremely important because of the way the subconscious mind works. Knowing that the subconscious mind has no way of knowing what is real and what is fantasy, it just moves towards it. So it's extremely important to get all the negative crap out of your system. You don't want to have a negative conversation with the person that you're dealing with. You don't want to have any negative thoughts when it comes down to the finer points of knowing exactly what you've got to do to get the best out of every single thing that you're doing to get in shape or to get your dream job or to even get involved in your dream relationship. Journaling everything and writing it out makes everything doable. You actually know where you're going, and just the simple fact of knowing that this is what you've got to do helps tremendously, especially getting fit. You know exactly what you've got to do. You know exactly where you're going. You've written everything out, and knowing that you're dealing with a person who has set it out for you in a manner where you're going to succeed. We are not wired to be positive. It's much easier for us to look at everything in a negative manner. Knowing that you can go to a site or somewhere that has everything worked out for you, even the psychological aspects of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve has been worked out for you. Knowing that all you've got to do is give a little bit of your information, even giving me your weight, turns everything into such a positive situation where I can give you exactly what you need. There's no thinking, there's no worrying whether you're doing the right thing or not. The goal setting system on my site is succinctly worked out so you don't even know that you're setting goals and what you're doing to positively affect your subconscious mind. On johntorelli.com, all this is incorporated into everything that I give you. So there's no thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I eating the right food? Am I thinking straight? It's all been worked out for you. Human beings are hardwired to be negative, not positive. So we need to make a conscious effort to be positive, and journaling everything and knowing exactly how to journal it so you get the most out of what you're doing is what my site is all about. There is a system where if you give me your information, you're very likely, and almost it's impossible not to achieve your goal. You will achieve your goal by simply journaling things and giving me the information that's required. If you give me your weight, you're going to end up with an exercise program, an eating program, and also mental stimulation on how to do all this correctly, because this is what that site is all about. There's no thinking on what exactly you need to do. You simply need to journal. And the more information you give me, the better it's going to be for your results. I've had people who gave me all their measurements succinctly. And I particularly remember one client was losing weight. He was losing a lot of weight around his waist, but his arms and shoulders were also coming down really fast, not as fast as his waist. What I did is I had a look at his program and I said, you know what, this guy does boxing. He's doing too much work. Because he gave me all the measurements, I was able to adjust his program, and then his waist kept coming down, but his shoulders and arms not so much anymore, and he developed a really muscular look. This all happened because he was on my site, johntorelli.com. He journaled everything the way I needed him to do, and it was all successful. If this is you and I can help you, all you need to do is click on the link below